Hello, I'm Steve. Welcome to the Patio Heat channel, where we provide visual concepts of infrared heating as well as tips for outdoor comfort. Send your request into designs@patioheat.com for your personalized recommendations. Our one-on-one customer support helps you make the best decisions for your applications. We strive to earn your business. Visit our patioheat.com website for sales and more information. Now let's get heating. All right, so we have this residential patio, and you can see that there are three different slopes on this particular overhead cover. Also, they did mention that the there's some drop-down shading over here for wind blocks and shading on all four, or I should say all three sides, so four openings here. And also we have some lighting fixtures in here. Now, I am not sure exactly of the exact spacing of these light fixtures. I have 8 down this row and 8 down this row here, and I think that's pretty much about it. Now I have this door swinging out, and I only have that, I believe it actually swings in, but I'm not sure of that information. I have it swinging out just so you can see that if it was actually swinging out, we're still meeting the clearances to combustible materials when I do my layouts here. So dining space over here, not sure if this is going to be a utilized space here or not, but they primarily want to heat up this space and possibly the whole entire patio. So let's look at a couple of different options after we look at the overall dimensions. So overall dimensions, I have 28 by 10. I have a height at the bottom of this beam going across here at 8 foot, and then the height of that beam on top at 9 foot. Then we have this 8 foot section over here, just so you have that information. And over here, you can see that I have this up at 4 foot taller than the section over here, which I don't have actually marked. So I would say that that's 6 inches here. So we could say it's 4'6" higher than this 8 foot mark here. So and that's the top here. Actually, it's 6 inches less over here. So I think it would be good to say that we're at 12 feet off the finished floor over here on the bottom edge. And I think that is about it. So let's go ahead and turn that off. There is one piece of information I want to actually add to this, and that's going to be the dimension of the slope that I have here. So I have this slope at 4 inches to 12 inches. So hopefully that's about the same of the slope that they have on the property. It's going to make a little bit of a difference based on this edge over here that we'll be talking about here in a few minutes. And then also, just so you can see, I do have the center of the lights at approximately 1 foot 10 inches off of this edge, and I believe that's about the same on this edge to the center of the lighting fixtures themselves. So it might be also that I have about 2 foot to the center of this point here, and yeah, we'll just go with that right now. All right, so let me go ahead and turn that off and look at some of the different options. Now, my preferred option would be to utilize possibly 3 units. Now, this will be utilizing 2 of the CD 5,000 watt units, so CD 5024, so 5,000 watt 240 volt, and then 1 CD 6024, and that's 6,000 watt 240 volt as well. And you can see here I have that placed. Actually, let's see if I have the dimensions on here. I know I added some, or I should say the distances apart from each other. I do have this distance here at about 1 foot 5, and that's to the center point, I believe, of the lighting fixtures here. Now, that might not be 100% accurate, but the main reason I'm showing this information, I know what it is. It's actually it's 18 inches off the edge, and the reason why I have that is because there is a clearance below the heater. So below the heater, you'll see there's 18 inches on all 4 sides, 36 inches straight down, and I want to make sure that I'm not making contact with the slope of the ceiling, and so that is why I have that dimension there. But let's go ahead and look at the distance on this edge to the finished wall here. Let's see if I can grab that, and we'll go to just the edge of the wall here, and you can see here we are at 2'7". Now, the reason I have this pushed out to the left more than closer to this side here is because of the footprint of heat. So what I'm trying to do is get the heater as close to the center point of the overall space here as possible. However, I don't want to make contact with the slope ceiling on the lower clearance zone, and then also there is a clearance above the heater itself. And let's swing around here and take a look at that clearance. So this clearance above the heater is 6 inches above, and then 6 inches on all 4 sides as well. So this side, that side over there, and each end, and then 6 inches above. So and then we'll also go ahead and just look at the distance from the edge that I have here. And again, the slope is going to really be important as far as what is the true slope and distance that you can actually use here. But you can see I have this at approximately 3 feet 10, and I'm only placing it there because of the fact that I'm trying to miss the lights, as well as get the heat out as far as possible as well. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about that at all. That's probably about it. Let's go ahead now and look at the footprint of heat, and let's get these off of here for a second, and I'm going to go ahead and just delete these for a moment. Actually, I'll just go ahead and add it into the other file here, and there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the footprint of heat. So footprint of heat with the 5,000 watt unit, it's approximately 10 foot by about 10 foot of a footprint. And at 5,000 watts, that would be a very perfect application for this elevation of mounting, which is approximately, I think, 9.5 feet off the finished floor. And that's another thing that we would like to look at here real quick. So off the finished floor, we're at 9 foot 4 inches, and we'll go ahead and take that off again. 9 foot 4, and I think that would be a perfect height for the 5,000 watt unit, utilizing multiple units for the overall space. Now, this one here is at the same distance apart, or distance from this edge. This heater here, the 6,000 watt, is in the center of the room, and you can see that I have this pointed straight down. These units are also pointed straight down. Now we could change the angle slightly. So if I took this heater here and change the angle to, let's say, maybe 10 degrees, something of that nature, we'll see how that overlapping footprint really helps out. Let's see if I can grab this, and oops, here we go. And let's just go with about 10 degrees up. And now you can see how the footprint now is overlapping much better over here than it did just a minute ago. If I turn that back, you can see here that the overlapping isn't the same. So let's go here and show that overlapping now at 10 degrees. That would be a nicer application. You can see that we're still hitting this edge over here, as well as the 6,000 watt here in the center. And I should also mention that the 6,000 watt unit needs to be 18 inches off of the edge here. So going to the clearance area, you can see that 18 inches would be to any combustible, and 36 inches down. And this is pointed straight down to the ground. Now we could angle that in slightly as well, maybe 5-10 degrees in. I just left it like this so you can see how that would look with a straight down application. And also looking at the door, if that door does swing out, which I doubt it does, it would be no problem with the clearance areas of the heater. All right, so that is my preferred option, and I really like the overall coverage, but let's go ahead and look at some other options, and that other option would be possibly utilizing 2 units, and 2 units mounted the same location, and I have these at, I think it's a 15 degree tilt, and you can see here at 15 degrees we are heating up the outer edge fairly decently. However, we're not capturing this about, what is that, about 4 feet from here to here. You know, the penetration of the heat ray itself is really probably missing the table here from this edge, closer to about 5 feet from the edge. And also, if you're sitting over here, you're not going to be as warm as if you were sitting over here, because of the fact that the ray has to travel a lot further, and you're going to be underneath, you know, your legs, and, you know, lower body section is going to be underneath the table. So the table itself will absorb that heat, and I would prefer not to have it like this for this area on the left. Here on the right, it would be okay. That's 2 units. And let's see what the distance is apart from each other. See if I have that marked up here yet. And no, I don't. I believe I had it somewhere in the 9-foot range, but let's just go ahead and check that out and go over here. See if I can grab it. Let me turn off the ray for a second here so I can get a little bit better of a contact here. And it's not letting me grab that. So this, oh, there it is right there. Hold on a second. Let's just grab it from the end here. End to end. And yeah, that's 9-foot center to center on those heaters. So again, looking at this, you know, we're approximately at that 2'9" to the center of the heater roughly, and that center point being the bracket connection point right there. But let's go ahead and look at that footprint of heat again. Turn off these distances, and you can see, you know, on a colder day or a time where you might have the usage a little bit different, you know, it would probably be better to, you know, just move the whole seating area over if this is the style of heat that you are looking at using. So all right, let's go ahead and look at the final possibility. The final possibility being to utilize 1 unit, and I'm going to move this back over. I'm not sure if I had it about 36 inches over roughly to the center, but utilizing 1 unit. This is a CD 6024, and before those last 2 I showed were also CD 6024s. Again, you know, heating this area right here would be great. This area would be okay, but not perfect. So would this be my preferred? Probably not. Why didn't I put one up against the wall? Because you're just overlapping most of the ray into the table area, and I think that would just be a waste of the use of the heater, and you would be superheated over here in that case too. So I don't really like to have that idea of having the 1 unit over here. So all right, and that's just centered within this, you know, distance from actually from here to here, centered the heater, located so that it's not covering the lights, and it's at minimum of 18 inches away from the edge of this beam here. All right, let's go ahead and turn something back on here, which is the 3 units. And yeah, I just want you to see what my preferred application would be. And, you know, you could look at possibly, you know, removing this 1 unit over here. Just heating up this space over here would be, you know, fairly decently over here with just the 2 units, if that's what you're looking at doing. And would I put, you know, a 5,000 watt over here? Probably it would work, but, you know, why not get that more utilized footprint of heat over here? This is more 12 feet than 10 feet, so you'd have to offset the unit to the left here in order to, you know, just mainly heat up this area over here. All right, well, I hope this has helped. If you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application and you would like us to review your plans, send your information into designs@patioheat.com, and please tap that like button. If you've found our video, it's probably because others have tapped that like button too. go ahead and check out the rest of our channel. We appreciate you doing that, and I just thank you so much. Have an excellent day.